Hello world, I'm back with purple hair. Um, so I just recently went to my first weekend of Oxford Seminars Teach English class. You might have seen my previous video where I reviewed the information session. So now I'm going to review the first weekend of the 3-week course. This video will probably be shorter, hopefully, than my last one. It was Saturday and Sunday. It's currently Monday, so I just got done. And it was pretty awesome. I'm going to give you like general overviews, and then I'll go a little more in depth into what the course covered. The first general overview is that the course is 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Saturday and Sunday. It is very, very, very long. Our course, my boyfriend's taking it too, is about 45 minutes away from us, so we leave the house just to be safe at about 7:30 each morning. And I would advise you, if you're thinking about taking this, to eat a very, very big breakfast, because my particular teacher allows snacks in the classroom, but you still, by 12 o'clock, are so hungry. And I would also recommend pack a lunch. You save money. I don't know where your course is located, but in my particular course, there's a cafeteria, because it's on a campus, that's sometimes closed, and it's just not worth the money. It's just better to bring your own food, I think. And then after that, 12 to 1 is lunch, and then you have 5 hours. That's where it gets a little rough, because, you're full, so you start getting a little tired, but, I think it's worth it, for only being 2 days out of the week, or on the weekend. It was kind of weird adjusting to, having to wake up early for work during the week, and instead, your schedule switched, you're, waking up on the weekends, but the whole class that I'm in was so great. I'm with so many cool people from everywhere. There's 10 of us in class, from which I understand is usually a little smaller than what you can expect your class to be. The teacher's name is Janet. She is phenomenal. She was an actress. She's taught English for years and years and years. She's taught with Oxford Seminar for 5 years. She's very, very, very knowledgeable. So besides big lunch, big breakfast is what I can recommend. And then a little more specifics for once you get to class. You get in, and then they give you these awesome books after you pay, because usually you'll pay your first day of class if you haven't completed your payment before. So many books. And all these books are amazing. They are everything you need to know. And this one, particularly is very large, but it is so good. They explain, wish I could open some and show you. Lesson plans, how to control your classroom, what you can expect from classroom. They also have quizzes in them about your best teaching style. Oh, mosquito. So you can learn to play to your strengths. You can learn where your weaknesses are, where you need to improve in your own teaching ability. The class itself so far is mostly just, Janet was telling us, what you can expect from a classroom, what you can expect from teaching English as a second language. The good thing about it, which sounds really silly actually at first, is that every time we get there and all through class, we're actually doing activities that you could do in a language classroom. For example, we played this game called Sun and Moon one of the first days, where you have one side of the room and the other side of the room, and you say, do you like, steak or chicken? And you run to one side or you run to the other side, and then that can lead into a lesson about food. So it may feel silly because most people in the class obviously speak English as their first language, or they're very fluent in English, but it's actually so helpful because you're literally partaking in things that you can bring to your own classroom when you teach. And another really, really helpful thing that she's been doing the first weekend is teaching us how to make a lesson plan, which I was so nervous about. And it was so cool because she brings in a whole bunch of lessons plans from kindergartners all the way to college level. So you can see lesson plans for exactly what you want to teach, because everyone in the class is kind of split with what age they want to teach, and you get to see all of it and learn about all of it. And as you're learning about it, you're doing the activities, and you're seeing lessons plans of previous students or from Janet herself that she's actually taught, and other students have taught for their practicum, which is that test I told you about at the end where you have to teach the class to pass, and you're doing it, which is amazing. It's really helpful. May seem like a little slow, but our teacher in particular, Janet, like when she could tell we were getting restless, she would have us do one of the warm-up activities in Spanish, because a lot of us don't speak Spanish fluently, so it gives you more of an idea what your students will be expecting when they're trying to speak English. So that was really, really, really cool. I really liked that. I thought that was a great learning method. I'm really nervous for my practicum. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I have kind of been jumping all over the place. I really thought I wanted to teach younger kids, but now maybe I'm gearing more towards adolescents. So we'll see how that goes. But my class has been really supportive. You do have to speak a lot in your class. You have to present because they're getting you ready for your practicum. They're trying to make you less nervous, like least nervous as you possibly can be. So when you get up and actually have to be graded, then it'll just be like a piece of cake because you're so used to speaking in front of your class already. So be prepared. Like the first day, we were already up and we had to, try to learn everyone's names. It was fun though. Everyone was super cool. And I think that's kind of an overview. I know next week we're diving into grammar a lot. I have a homework assignment where I have to I had a partner, and I have to pick a specific verb or nouns or some form of grammar, and we pick prepositions, and we're going to have to teach to the class. You have to become expert on it and teach it to the class. So that's kind of the homework you can kind of expect. It's a lot of partner work, a lot of group work. There's the cat. There's the cat again. He always comes only when I'm filming. Okay. I'll keep you guys updated, but I still love it. I think I'm learning so much. I didn't think I'd feel super prepared to teach a class, and after this weekend I already feel so much better with the material, and that sounds so cheesy, but it's so true, and being forced to stand up and forced to explain lessons and forced to teach things with other people who also kind of have no really idea what they're doing is ironically really comforting. You're probably going to see me next week stress out a lot more because that's when I'm going to have to start getting my practicum together, and I'll walk you guys through it. Maybe I'll do online practicum so you can see what I'm going to teach and maybe have an idea of what you can expect. But other than that, I'm still really excited. So if you guys have any questions about anything, please feel free to message me. I'm getting torn up mosquitoes out here, so I'm going to go. Have a great day, and I'll see you next week.